On today's show, we've got an in-depth look at the new characters joining Gotham in Season 3.
Plus, we're updating you on the latest info from Batman the Telltale series, so get ready for DC All Access.
Hey guys, I'm Jason Inman.
And I'm Tiffany Smith. We polled 100 members of the Green Lantern Corps, and these are the top DC stories that you need to know.
The world's greatest detective forges ahead on his hellish road trip with Two-Face in All-Star Batman. The detours are deadly enough with an assassin trying to take down the Dark Knight at every turn. But how can Batman survive when one of his closest allies betrays him? Find out for yourself in tomorrow's issue number 2.
Gerard Way's Young Animal imprint launches with the release of the mind-bending series Doom Patrol. The story stars Casey Brink, an EMT who answers a hit-and-run call and finds herself face-to-face with Robot Man. From there, her world takes a series of strange turns and leaves her questioning her own reality. Save yourself from certain doom and pick up issue 1 this week.
In Scooby Apocalypse, the gang has had it up to here with deadly monsters and bloodthirsty vampires. Instead of saying zoinks and running from the problem, the team starts to solve the apocalyptic mystery with a clue that sends them chasing a scientist in Seattle. Stock up on Scooby snacks and enjoy issue number 5 starting tomorrow.
In gaming news, the season pass for Batman the Telltale series is available today. The disc comes loaded with episode 1 and gives you access to the rest of the episodes as they come out this fall. Get your game room ready for some epic Batman battles.
Don't forget to mark your calendars for Batman Day this Saturday, September 17th. And for more info on special events and signings, go to dccomics.com/Batman Day. Plus, you can check out our video description below for links to 2 incredible sweepstakes that are live right now, because it's time to start the countdown to an early Christmas, Batman fans.
Gotham is set up for a villain invasion this fall that will turn the city upside down. For today's featured story, we've got executive producer Danny Cannon here to walk us through the police lineup of new villains that will be taking the streets in Season 3.
Jim Gordon is cleaning up one hell of a mess that was created at the end of Season 2. And he's not with the GCPD anymore. He's a bounty hunter. So there's a very different Jim off the bat, which kind of changed everything when we started talking about that. Also, the idea of Gotham being infested with strangest creations, with these monsters.
Yeah.
The city really is in turmoil. So that was a really good jump-off point for us to spin all the stories. And being as in love with the characters as we are, it's just so much joy to follow them on their paths. So breaking Season 3 in the writer's room was much more about following one character at a time.
Yeah.
And merging them in specific places.
So we've gotten to hear some names of characters that we're going to see a bit more in Season 3. The first one I want to talk to you about is Mad Hatter. When are we going to meet him? What is that character like for the show?
In episode 3, we meet a guy, Jervis Tetch, who is a hypnotist with a hidden agenda, and a talented guy, a driven guy, who takes a dark turn quicker than we thought. The great thing about Gotham being so many years before Batman is that everybody needs a beginning. The genesis of a lot of these characters we're talking about isn't even in the comic books. Mm-hmm. So you're starting from scratch or filling in gaps, at least. So you really do want to start with your feet on the ground.
Yeah, and speaking to filling in gaps, we've heard that Poison Ivy, something's going to happen to her to age her up.
Well, there is a character that Fish Mooney saved from Indian Hill who has a particular quality. That person can accelerate someone's age, and that was John's creation to say, what if one of our lead characters got affected by this guy?
What can you tell us about Solomon Grundy coming into the show?
I can tell you absolutely nothing.
Come on! How about Calendar Man?
The Long Halloween was one of the books I reread when I first started the project, and along with a few others actually, like Killing Joke. But those books felt very real. They felt like thrillers. They weren't simple and just fighting novels. They were great dramas. And Calendar Man was a perfect character to go, how did he end up in jail? How did he do this? Why the dates? Yeah. Why, I think I would like to know how he got to where he was. Like so many of our characters, like Enigma. There's a few more characters for us this year to do that with. Like to see them at the very beginning, at a young age, and see these events, relatable, real events, real emotions that drive people the wrong way, or allow them to see what they truly are within themselves.
And now, back to our regularly scheduled panel of the week.
Before we go, we've got a very special Suicide Squad poster signed by the cast to give away to one of you.
For your chance to win, click subscribe and then let us know down in the YouTube comments what was your favorite panel from last week's DC comic book.
And make sure you guys use the new phrase, #MyDCAA sweepstakes entry. And check out the description below for the full rules.
And remember, you have to be a subscriber to win, so make sure you click that big red subscribe button.
Subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.